Hey, what's up, everybody? Lewis with IGN Tech. I'm joined here with...
And I'm Alex Roth. That's me on the screen right there. I'm a one-man Star Wars.
And he's shooting me in the face.
And we are playing Raw Data by Servios. Oh, there's Lewis.
I look like a goober.
And it's an HTC Vive VR game.
It's also coming to the Rift, I think.
Is it coming to the Rift?
Yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised. It's basically what you'll see. We're descending into the lobby now. It is like a horde mode shooter. We've got waves of these robots coming at us. They look kind of like the bad guy from Avengers 2. And in one hand, we start off with a sword, a non-copyright infringing laser katana, and in the other hand we have a pistol. And the really cool thing about this is you actually reach down to the right with the gun and take it off your hip, and you take the the lightsaber off your your other hip, like you're wearing the equipment. It's super cool.
Yep, everything feels supernatural, and with the laser sword you can block shots with it, and they do a good job of making it feel like you're actually holding it. So if we clash swords, we instinctively stop,
Yeah.
even though we can kind of go through the sword in real life. You know?
Yeah, and you'll see me kind of reach down. That's how you reload the gun, kind of like a Time Crisis arcade shooter.
Instead of shooting off the screen, you just put the gun behind you.
Yeah, just bring it down to where a clip would be. And you can see the readout of the bullets on my gun, things like that.
I love your form, Alex. Just not even the whole arm stretched out.
Nope. Just given as much as I need to take down these filthy robots.
And that's me trying to figure out how the sword works.
Yeah. So then in between rounds, it unlocks new equipment. Like here, you can have 2 pistols now.
Yeah, so it's kind of like gun game in Counter-Strike, where every wave you kind of get a different weapon. So it kind of keeps it interesting in that respect.
Yeah, and there's a bow and arrow. Do we use it in this demo, Lewis?
Yeah.
There's a bow and arrow, and there's a shotgun as well. And with the shotgun, that's 2 hands. So you've got one hand to kind of pump it and the other to fire it.
Yeah, and the bow and arrow is super fun. I found myself, even though I sucked at it, I kept going back and trying to master it,
Yeah, I was really kind of stretching my brain to use the bow and arrow, so I gave up on it. I just went with the pistols.
Pistols are surprisingly good. I think the best combo at the moment is the pistol and sword.
Pistol and sword. The sword gives you a nice defensive option for blocking shots.
Exactly.
And when they get all up in your grill, you can just, slice them up. And the pistol is just fast and accurate, reloads easily. I mean, this was a lot of fun. This was exactly the kind of game that I was expecting to play, in VR.
Yeah, and the interesting thing is that Servius knows that this is not a full game. They straight up say it's a tech demo, and they need to build out a full game for it.
Yeah, but the core mechanic is there. I mean, it's just so fun to shoot robots and to hit them with your sword and to do it with a friend,
yeah,
co-op.
Totally. We were shouting at each other across. We both had Vive stations, but we were in the room next to each other, so we could kind of hear each other still.
Yeah. And I don't know if it was, we played twice, I don't know if it was in this playthrough, but for a while there, Lewis was sniping with the bow and arrow, and I was just covering him with the sword, blocking all the incoming fire.
Yeah, I like that you're drones, and then you're I got him.
Yeah.
While I took out
Speaking
the
of
robots.
drones, I think that's the enemy that's coming up here.
Yep.
Watch out for flying drones.
Yeah.
Drones.
Drones. This is what you want to do every time you see one of those things flying around. You want to pull out your clock, let some shots ring out.
Look how badass I look, with sword in one hand and pistol in the other.
Above you.
It's surprisingly difficult to aim. They didn't make it easy with aim assist or
No.
anything.
And there's no homing weapons or anything like that.
The only thing that would make it super realistic is kickback, but that's not possible yet with the Vive or the HTC, or with the Oculus Rift.
Look at me, head on the swivel. I'm looking for robots.
I love that you never extend your arms fully.
Who needs to? Honestly, though,
Shoot from the hip.
Because I'm looking at you, and in VR, you're right in front of me, and I'm like, oh, if I extend it, I'll hit him. But no.
Yeah, that's a good point. Is that you kind of compensate
That's
for
just
what
what
you
your brain
see.
thinks.
Exactly. Yeah.
Look, I shot Iron Man's head off right there.
Once this gets out, oh mama.
I think this is the round that the bow comes out, and you can see me suck at it.
Oh, the bow.
Yeah.
Started working here. Does that seem right to you?
So there's not really much of a plot yet for raw data. It's basically you're infiltrating this megacorp
Yeah,
and
and
stealing
we're
data.
pulling some data out of their servers, and we're just kind of covering the thing while it happens.
Yeah.
It's your typical, objective.
Yep.
And there's a little bit of VO from a robot that's a little bit like something you'd find in Portal,
Yeah.
But I mean, it was real fun.
Japanese.
It was real
Oh,
fun.
super fun.
I mean, I kind of expect I kind of expect VR to like make its first breakthrough in arcades,
This
like,
would work perfectly in an
because you
arcade.
kind of needed a good amount of space to do this.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Look.
And we actually saw someone take the demo and walk a little too far and take a swing and smack the TV.
Yeah, which
So they're
thankfully didn't
definitely-
break.
Yeah, and it wasn't me and it wasn't Lewis. So hey, we're professionals. But yeah, this
He
is
shall
the kind
go
of thing.
unnamed.
Can you imagine playing this in like an arcade? I mean, it'd be so fun. And
Oh,
everyone in the room
look at
can
my
watch.
arm. It just broke.
Yeah.
So there's
see him
obviously
covering
some
Lewis.
bugs. Like with the arrow, I couldn't drop it and pick up another weapon. So I had to stick with the arrow.
Gotta love that dead silence.
I know. Doug?
Listen to me grunt with exertion as I make my wimpy little swings.
Hey, if this gets kids off
Yeah.
their butts and exercising, I'm all
Yeah.
for it, right?
I know generally you don't say that you hit someone with a sword, but that's what I'm doing. I'm hitting them, not slashing.
Yeah. And I couldn't put the bow down, so I started poking people with the bow and arrow.
Come over here.
Yeah, let me
Step on this arrow.
let me go poke you. The bow has 0 sight. There's no
Yeah.
reticle or anything.
Hey, you
so
know what? There's no sight on the pistol either, and you just saw
Yeah.
those headshots. So
well,
come on,
there's
Lewis.
there's a real sight,
Come on.
You're supposed to hold it up like a real gun, Alex.
Yeah, that ain't how I shoot. I'm
Yeah.
Rambo. I shoot from the hip.
Dirty Harry. Yep,
So
done with the
just
bow.
Like, I have had enough of that.
I like that I'm glitching out and kind of just floating towards the thing.
Yeah, when you watch it from a sort of perspective like that, it looks a little janky, but from first person, there's
Yeah,
not a lot of problems.
yeah. It's definitely an alpha, and one of the things that I think raw data does very well is just how good it is as a spectator sport. Kind of like everybody was watching us play.
Yeah, and
we
these
were
are the
watching
people
other
putting the
people
demo
play.
on, the people who have seen this game like 18,000 times,
Yeah,
and they're still compelled enough to watch. So.
yeah, and they're trying different things every round to see if they can best each other's score. So after the 5 waves, there's only 5 waves at the moment.
Look at that. Headshot. Boom. Headshot.
Yeah, it gives you a
No
breakdown.
excuses, Lewis.
Yeah, it gives you a score breakdown of you and your partner. So it's kind of competitive in the way that you kind of want to beat your friend, even though you're playing together.
This is Duck Hunt 2.0, and it's incredible.
Did you see that guy glitch out after I hit him with the arrow?
No, I didn't.
He just flew across the room.
I like how their head goes flying away with a trail of sparks.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Look at my form. I'm like, yeah, take
Yeah.
that. Yeah, take that also. Also, take that, please.
Are you comic
you.
book guy from Simpsons?
Worst reference ever.
Thanks. So how
Look
did
at
you
me.
like
I'm a
the
one-man Star War. I'm destroying.
How'd you like the sword? Like
The
slashing people?
sword is the best. The sword is the best.
I can't.
Boom.
I can't
I'm
help
an action
laughing at
hero.
your stance.
I may look weird, but I'm the guy you want on your side in the robot apocalypse.
Yeah. You
Look at
did. Yeah.
Look at that. Just demolishing. The headshots are so satisfying.
Oh yeah. They definitely reward headshots.
Look out behind you, Lewis. Good lord.
Field
It's
of
okay,
view
I've
is
got your back.
field of view is not as great as real life. I think for both the Vive and the Oculus, the field of view is only 140 degrees.
Look at them purple robots.
Yeah.
Trouble.
Yeah. They got guns. They could fire back.
Yeah.
And that's where the lightsaber sword.
They look a
comes in.
ton like the bad guy from Avengers 2. What was his name?
Ultron.
Yeah. Ultron and his friends.
Yeah. I mean, it's
James
a bit
Spader.
generic, like this plot and the character design, but it's super fun. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's like, it kind of actually reminded me a little bit of like Wii Sports, where it's like, it's an extremely basic gameplay framework that's just so much fun.
Yeah.
You know, like, I played so much Wii Tennis, I could play so much raw data.
Yeah. But instead of being quirky and fun, this is more gritty, but still really fun. So I guess it's like adult
Here we go.
Wii Fitness.
Right now, here's the piece de resistance.
VR
VR
Virtual high
five.
five. Look how cool we look.
Oh, yeah. Great job.